Not terribly surprised. I mean, Herring's about as good of an arm as you're going to get. You probably saw some really bad swings or chases at times off him, and that's because there's, really good stuff there and a lot of deception. He threw really well against us down there in Baton Rouge. So the bottom line is Dylan was ready. And then also I would attribute it to there clearly could have been frustration throughout, not just early in the game, but throughout the game on the offensive end, and our guys just kept pushing. And then, I was extremely encouraged by the attitude in the dugout where some of those innings ended in frustration and everybody was all about, let's go play defense, because obviously we were going to need our defense today. So, I don't know if it's a concrete wall, it's probably not going to get pushed over, but if you keep pushing on a wall, you don't know which push is necessarily going to knock that thing over or move it or tilt it. And it was kind of the whole day, really. It was kind of a gutty effort led by Drew Beam.
What are some of those characteristics that allow him to be a guy that's really good in those situations?
Beam? Dylan? I think kind of a slow heart rate, I think, is one of them. I mean, I think he wants to be in those spots and is a really good teammate. And I think, rarely is he trying to do too much. You might see he sees the ball real well and takes a big swing, but rarely is he trying to do too much. I remember early in the year he had a big 0-2 homer that carried out to right pretty well, but it was a real short, simple swing. So like anything, I think it's probably a list of things, but he's a hard worker. He's played a ton of baseball. He wants to be in those situations, and I don't think he creates, whatever's going on, I don't think he makes a monster or a big mountain out of it. He just, like I said, he was ready.
Tony, how tough is it to work around traffic as much as Beam did today? That's just a lot of pressure pitches in the game.
That's you can't necessarily coach that at all, and you can't train for it in a bullpen, because it kind of takes some mental and physical stamina as well. And I would like to say his experience attributes to that a lot, but Drew's kind of been the same guy for 3 years, and I'm not saying he hasn't improved, and there's been some things that have gotten better, and he's worked on Frank, adding an off-speed pitch and things like that. He's more of a leader now, but you could also fall back on he's just always been whatever you stereotype a quarterback to be. I think two truths and a lie they threw out. He got offered by Tennessee football, and we know that's not true, but he was a good high school quarterback. And he's just got all those attributes. He's always had them, and he's built upon them. But that's a pretty unique deal to be able to do that and navigate through all that trouble.
Is there just a comfort in being in those moments that you maybe don't have in other guys?
I think the comfort is, I don't think any coach in this league is comfortable at any moment, to be honest with you. But there's a sense of, this is our guy. And I believe Chris Burke, who did the game today, and fortunately we had him and Todd Helton in attendance today. Better not lose that game with those two guys both here. So it's nice we found a way to win. But was speaking with Chris, did the Alabama game when we left Drew Beam out there, even though he got off to a slow start. And he's our guy. And I regret to all get out a couple situations where maybe he didn't stay out there longer, or even a weekend where maybe he didn't get the ball. He's our guy, especially this year.
How good does it feel going into Sunday with an SEC series already wrapped up in terms of the series win?
Sunday's not here yet, so need to get some food and maybe a little UFC 300 and enjoy Saturday. And then when the sun comes up tomorrow, we might have the nicest weather of the weekend and maybe a little bit more of a set schedule. Today was kind of chaotic with the football game and kind of an odd time. And we got done really late last night too. So we'll throw on the cream uniforms. We expect another big crowd that will help us win and hopefully make it difficult on the opponent. But we'll attack tomorrow, like I said, when the sun rises.
You guys have won a lot of high-scoring games this year. What does it tell you to be able to kind of grit that one out tonight?
Well, we kind of talked in the outfield last night, and then it was a repeat speech. I couldn't get creative and talk about anything else. We're adding different ways to a Rolodex of ways to win games, which is nice. You'll take them any way you can get them, but I think today was low scoring and just real gutty. And last night was kind of winning ugly, in particular in some situations. But our guys had a really good vibe yesterday. I would say better than today. Like I said, today was just kind of an interesting schedule, with yesterday and today. But it doesn't matter what the circumstances are. You need to find a way to win, or at least have that will to find a way to win. And I think our guys had enough of that today.
Luke was obviously good, Holman. But did you notice anything from batters, maybe they were pressing those first 5 innings, or?
Not really. If you backtrack, some guys got into balls decently and just didn't fall for them or didn't get it enough. And then some guys were just under the fastball. We popped up a lot of pitches. And then, to me, there were some breaking ball mistakes or breaking balls that weren't as sharp at times as there was at the game, or that we've seen on video that guys could have been in a better position to hit. But, there's a lot of movement on the baseball, and my biggest thing with our offense is if our guys keep pushing forward and don't give up at bats, then eventually we can put something together, and you hope you play defense and pitch, and it's all, enough in one day.
Do you anticipate Snead will be able to throw some more tomorrow?
He's going to say he's good to. We'll wait, and we kind of always have conversations with our guys. It's an easy way to say hello in the morning, and instead of saying what's up or how's the weather, you say how you feel. And so we'll see how he feels and everybody else. But I would like to think, even if Stamos had to be pressed into action, you eliminate Causey and Beam, which is where we usually are going into a Sunday, and then we'll have conversations tomorrow and see what we can kind of piece together, and maybe there's some matchups in there and things like that.
How big is it to go to Binky and Snead there in those kind of high leverage roles and get that maybe something that helps the whole team? You talk about the Rolodex of wins, is that part of it?
Yeah, no, Snead's capable of going in that situation as well. And Combsy's been down there for 2 nights, probably eager to get in the game, and he's been a big jam or get out of a jam type guy for us. But it's big to have Banky back in general, but also know that he's got the presence to come in those situations. Kirby's been around for so long, but I have the same vibe with Banky out there, and he showed it in a weird way tonight because, he walks the guy on 4 pitches. That is the guy we brought him in to get out, but we also brought him in just because we think he can get outs, and he keeps his composure and gets the 4-hole hitter out that, did a little damage last night, did damage against us last year, and is obviously a good player.